Hello, everybody. How's it going? I have a bit of a comic haul here for you, and the shocker is that it's all True Believers and facsimile editions. So get excited for that. Um, but yeah, I went to Comics Cult in Hesperia. I've been there one other time, quite a long time ago, actually. Um, and they had some of those like four for a dollar boxes. But I always go through those, and it's like it takes half of my energy to go through all those before I realize that there was nothing in there I really wanted. There was one hard case crime, Krista Faust um, written comic. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like number 3, and I didn't want to like do that. But anyway, so I was looking around. I'm still behind on Immortal Hulk. I gotta pick up some more of the trade paperbacks to get caught up on that. But there's just so much like extra stuff going on in like the whole Batman universe that it just makes me like tired. I'm like, ugh. I'm just tired. And the Batman Superman, the Batman Who Laughs thing, and then with the idea that Jim Grayson's turning evil, or Jim Grayson, I'm sorry, I said it. I called him Jim Grayson. Jim Gordon turning evil with the um, virus thing, and he's going to have, I guess, his own book now where he's a bad guy. I don't know what the hell's going on. I just want this year to end. Like, this year needs to end, and next year needs to start off with new, better stuff. But anyway, I saw this, and I just, like, loved it, and I'm like, oh, I'm picking that up. So, this is awesome. It's a Batman 181. And trouble between the dynamic duo. Is she the cause? Beware of Poison Ivy. So I guess this is the first Poison Ivy appearance. I love that checkerboard top to it, and I love that Batman logo. Um, the one thing I don't like about this, who is this? Infantino? Yeah. Whenever they do like, and this was just like the norm for the period, but like whenever they would do Robin or um, Bucky or like Kid Flash or whatever, they always drew these like really weird shaded, like low jawbone. I don't know if it's supposed to be like baby fat or something, but it always makes them look old. Like they look like old little people, if that makes sense. But anyway, this is awesome, and um, yeah, Poison Ivy's kissing Batman, and Robin's like, "Uh oh," and this is fun because like for like 30 years, Batman had this thing where he doesn't have superpowers and he's gonna beat the crap out of everybody or whatever, but at the same time, he's um, like Robin's like right here. That looks just like the animation to the series. It's like, what's that kooky look in your eyes, Batman? What? Oh, I was thinking of how cute Poison Ivy is. I hate to put such a beautiful doll behind bars. You better take a cold shower and forget about her, Batman. You're already breaking out in a rash about Poison Ivy. Remember who you are, Batman, the lawman, the manhunter. Don't forget I'm human too, Robin. I can lose my head like any fool. But I'm okay now. You don't have to warn me what'll happen if I kiss Poison Ivy. And guess what happens? He kisses Poison Ivy. Spoiler. Um, but it's just so fun. Like, he's just like a fun dude. And I'm wondering if it was Denny O'Neil who turned Batman from this, because he did the same thing in the first Batman issue with Catwoman. Like when they see her on the boat, you know, and she's like trying to steal the diamonds or whatever, and he like just lets her get away because he thought she was hot. It's like, that's funny. That cracks me up. Um, anyway, but yeah, I think Denny O'Neil. It had to have been right, like 70s, like really changed the course of how Batman did stuff. And then this is so cool. Like, it's like this little pinup, but the thing that sucks about it is that the other side of it is this awesome front page of this new story. And this story is kind of cool, kind of confusing a little bit. And this is a great panel where his head's like the Batman with the wings. That's awesome. That's such a good panel. But it's this chick, she's like, hey, I wrote this book and I'm getting the Sherlock Award for it, but I really didn't write it. I don't know what's going on. And it's like mistaken identity and people pretending to be other people, actors, all sorts of stuff. It's just such a good but ridiculous story. And I just love the artwork. Like, this is so good. This is like what a comic book looks like, you know? Like, I don't know why everything has to look all uber realistic. Anyway, so that is Batman 181. Really good. Worth it. Then I picked up a bunch of these Hulk first things. And they didn't have the first issue True Believer one that, and I don't know if that just came out with all of these or if these were the only ones that came out. But this one here, Intelligent Hulk, this, I put them in order that I think they came out in. But this one's awesome. It has, this is the first time that Hulk spoke in Bruce Banner's voice. Like, he was on a different planet with Rocket Raccoon doing something, and when he got shipped back, he was a little different. But you have Wendigo and Sasquatch, so this was just awesome. All sorts of violence and scariness. That panel's great. Oh, Zoe's gonna love this one. Look at that. It's just awesome stuff. Oh, and then Hulk. He's like, I could make myself turn. He's like, I'm going to the bathroom. That was ridiculous. Sorry. But yeah, it was just really, really good. So this one was fun. I liked it a lot. The next one was Hulk turning into Mindless Hulk. This is an awful cover. I'm sorry. It's just bad. Something happened, and the Hulk, even though he was normal, like just a few seconds ago, look at the artwork on him. Wow, that's weird. He was fine and was coherent. Now he's just like a completely mindless brute, and apparently Nightmare took Bruce Banner away from the Hulk. And like they made this statue to show like the power of overcoming stuff, because since the Hulk had been such a hero lately, since Bruce Banner was in control, it was inspiring to a lot of people. Let me know if you know anything about these Decades books. I would love this one. If they're any good. That would just be awesome. But anyway, so what ends up happening is Doctor Strange is trying to help him, and Nightmare is... Oh, look at that. And what ends up happening is Doctor Strange can't... He frees him from Nightmare, but loses Bruce Banner forever. Spoiler. Then in here, we have the Grey Hulk Returns. This one is kind of crazy. Because we have like Doc Samson trying to pull Bruce out of the Hulk. We have Ross getting gammed, and then at the end, Bruce is like, "Kill me, just kill me," blah blah blah. And then towards the end here, this just gets awesome. We have Bruce like trying to fight his way out. Looks like some damn John Carpenter movie. And he's like ready to like stab himself in the face with a stick of wood if like no one kills him now that he's trying to come out of the Hulk or whatever. Long story short, all this stuff goes down, and then they like throw him in this bath that's supposed to help everything, and Ross pushes Bruce Banner's buddy off the side, and then it like explodes, and he comes out as a smaller Hulk and gray. And Doc Samson's like, "That wasn't supposed to happen, oh my god!" But yeah, and so he gets up, and his buddy's like, "Oh no, I'm fine, I just fell in the water, no big whoop." And we all know that's not true. And then we got this. This is one of my favorite bits of the Hulk. Yeah, it's really loud. I'm trying to talk over it. The Joe Fixit run. But the funny thing is when I remember this and I look at it, the pencils by Jeff Purvis, I guess is how you say his name, I really don't like it. Like, everyone just looks weird. It's just like a really weird thing. And Hulk even looks weird. And it's funny because, like, I remember this issue so vividly because it has one of my favorite villains in it, the Absorbing Man, at the very end. But we got like all of this stuff going on that isn't Joe Fixit. And the mob guy's like, "Do you want me to get Joe Fixit? Do you want me to call Fixit in here?" And everyone's like, "No, don't call Fixit. Oh, no, 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 no." And then, poof, he like crashes through the floors, and he's in. Just look how, I don't know what it was, but I just thought that look was so amazing. And people were shooting at him, and he's just bouncing bullets off himself, and he's like, "Dude, I got a date." And oh, just look at it. It's so amazing. I love that look. But I hate this art. So it's a really weird kind of conundrum. Got Marlowe all excited. And then we have Crusher Creel coming in at the end. And then they're going to have a big blow off in the next one, I think, if I remember correctly. But I remember the artwork being so much better. So I'm wondering if they change artists on the Joe Fixit run after a while. Anyway, so that's that. And then we have Professor Hulk. And this one is actually a lot of fun. Doc Samson is in Bruce Banner's mind with the Green Hulk and Joe Fixit. And he's trying to get to the bottom of why everything's happening the way it is and why Bruce is the way he is and where all of his rage and anger comes from. And this is when we have the monster coming up to him when he's a little kid. And the big spoiler is that the monster is his father, which a lot of you should already know, especially if you're reading Immortal Hulk too. Just some... Good job, babe. But one of the coolest things about this is we have Betty and Marlo. And Betty's married to Bruce Banner, but Marlo's been banging Joe Fixit. And they're in a room, and Betty's pissed. And she wants to know what's been going on. And Marlo's like, look, when Joe is Joe, Joe does Marlo. But when Joe's not Joe, Marlo don't get it none. Like, she doesn't say it like that. But that's what's going on. And it's just such an awkward and weird it's terrifying. Like from a dude's point of view. And then they decide once that it's the dad and they're okay with it, the mom in his head's like, okay, you guys are all good, go back in. So they all go back into Bruce, and then this kind of scary bit happens where Betty's tired of waiting and she's gonna go find out, and he's like, honey, I'm home. And he looks really scary. And maybe that was just to like go, oh, this is gonna be scary, watch out for it. But he's not like in subsequent issues, I don't remember him being like scary towards Betty. Like, I remember them being fine together. And then the last one is basically everything that was in the Avengers. I don't remember what number it was. What was it? Avengers. Parts of this are in the trade paperback. Like the parts that matter to the story, actually. Avengers No Surrender. This was like the rebirth of Hulk to Immortal Hulk. And again, it would have been awesome if I could have got the first Hulk issue. So if there is, I'm sure there is a True Believer first Hulk issue. But yeah, they're already at number 25. And they're like, groundbreaking double-sized issue with this awesome Alex Ross cover. That's probably like the most bland Alex Ross cover I've ever seen. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. And if there is a True Believer of that first Hulk issue, let me know, because I want to go pick that up. So, all right, everybody. Talk to you later.